14 podcast, and folks, baseball season has arrived. We got pitchers and catchers and hitters all reported to beautiful Dunedin. This is the last Gate 14 podcast, actually, until we are boots on the ground in Dunedin, Florida. Avery, how are we feeling, man? A little bit of a lot of news breaks this week.
Yeah, I got the bug back. I got the itch back. The offseason sucked after Game 7. I said to you too, I was like, if the team wasn't going to change a lot, it was going to be hard for me in a way, in like a weird way, to get excited about it. Because my favorite things going into a season is, right or wrong, is who are the next guys like to take the next step? Who's going to put this together to make this a great season? And like the easy one was Santander. So like his injury happens, whatever, like that was part of it. You have complete unknowns in two guys who have gotten very, very important in the last couple of weeks, and that's Okamoto and Cody Ponce. So there you add like immediate intrigue for guys who played in a different league last year. This Jesus Sanchez deal has me like at least super, super curious about what is going to go on. You have some Rule 5 guys, so I got the itch back as to excitement and some question marks for my ball team that I think can be answered, and I want to see how they play out. So I am obviously excited to watch real baseball games in the regular season. That'll never change, but at least roster construction wise, it has piqued my interest once again.
Yeah, and I think, to play devil's advocate, there's a lot of question marks with like really every team, right? Like the Yankees, will Garrett Cole be fully healthy? I know he was pumping 96. The Ryan Weathers thing. The Orioles, that entire rotation is just made up of if-mans other than Kyle Bradish. So like it is a lot of question marks in the entire division. And honestly, man, except from the Rays, you can make a case that literally any team can win the AL East and it would make sense.
Yes,
honestly.
Absolutely. But the way I talked about it, John, Yankees fans are going to hate what's upcoming for there because they just ran the same team back. They signed all those.
There's no new shiny toys.
Yeah. So again, it could work out for them, but just the way I think about it, and I think maybe some others are too. Yeah, definitely some question marks as to who are going to take the leap. That's what I like. But you're totally right. You can find storylines for any team, any roster, up and down, to make it interesting. I just hadn't done that for myself yet.
When you're pitching to the Boston Red Sox, right? Like you're game planning as a pitching staff. Does not having another massive bopper like a Rafael Devers in that lineup make you pitch around a Roman Anthony? Like, do you kind of just?
I think you can easily do that
because I feel
lineup.
like if Roman Anthony doesn't get to you, the long ball wise, I think you can make the case. It's like, let's have another guy beat us, right? I think that's the real only lineup in the division, aside from, like, again, the Rays, sorry for the ricochet, but where it's like, if we pitch around this guy, we're kind of in a good spot. And the Jays kind of did that, to be honest. I'm not going to say they contained Ohtani well in the World Series, but he didn't. I wouldn't say
they just hit like shit everyone else.
Exactly. So that's the point I'm trying to make. So I think that Red Sox team's going to be very interesting because that staff is awesome, right? That staff is really good.
Yeah, you're going into a year thinking you're winning a lot of 3-2 baseball games.
Yes. 2022 Jays-esque, right? Or 2023 Jays-esque. 23.
Yeah, exactly. Where the Jays was strength was like super bullpen too. Yeah, I think you can pitch around them. Like, I'm not sold on the bottom of that, and I'm not sold on like the Myers of the world. It's Anthony. He's going to be like this mega star.
He's unbelievable, Avery. I don't think a guy has ever put this much fear into me in our division in such little amount of time like Roman Anthony. And I saw a cool video from Just Baseball, our guys, and they talked about Roman Anthony went into Philly, went 0 for 9 with 8 strikeouts. I don't know if you saw this. He went 0 for 9 with 8 strikeouts, changed his stance. After that series, he was the best hitter in baseball for that stretch.
Really? What time of the year would that have been?
I want to say August.
Because then he got hurt, right? And then
yeah. But he like dropped his hands and his load was different. It was like just went nuclear for the rest of the season. But
they said they're going to have Anthony. Sorry, John. They said they're going to have Anthony lead off against righties.
Really?
Yeah.
Not Duran?
No. They they have Duran penciled in as the 3 guy against righties.
Hmm.
Like I think through the bottom of that lineup, it can be pitched around. Like most, like I wouldn't say the Jays are. We like to talk about them like they're great, but like most bottom of any lineup is you're gonna have holes.
I
That's why
think
they're
our floor is a little bit higher than theirs.
sure. Like Narvaez, Durbin, Meyer, and Raphael could be any like legit great or dog shit. I think there's so many levels to, and like Trevor Story could be up and down too. Duran has been pretty solid based on what he's done. Like Trevor Story is projected 93 weighted runs created plus.
Wow. Oh,
Like that's
that's
no
below
good.
earn dog.
Yeah, and it like Duran will be above Contreras. Like I would try and put in my perfect world Contreras hitting behind Roman Anthony, but like that might just be the difference. Like Duran, Anthony, Contreras to try and help it out, and then Story hits 4. That's not watching a lot of Red Sox games. That's just in my mind how I try and protect him a little bit. But you have him one he
Yeah.
walks to start the game. You got a guy on first base, not it. Like just
It's
as
gonna be
good.
it's gonna be the it's called the Beast for a reason, man. It's called the AL Beast for the reason. But going into some Blue Jays stuff, obviously some trades, some Gate 14 guys won't be back on the ball club. I wanted to start with Chris Bassitt because he's, I would say, one of the biggest Gate 14 guys of all time. I did not see the notification on Twitter. I was walking Scarlet, and our group chat got a text from Bassitt. Sorry, fellas. And then I looked and I'm like, oh fuck, he's gone. He's with the Orioles, and that's what I was scared of. I talked about it on the last podcast, right? I'm like, having to root against Chris Bassitt in division is going to suck because he's such a good friend of ours. And that was worst case scenario that he was staying in there. I was really hoping he was going to be a Padre, Avery. I really was hoping he was going to be a Padre or a Cub.
I was hoping for his career, put him in the NL. Like
Yes.
this, like the beast can beat him up a little bit.
Yeah.
That's what's happened. So I was like, go to the NL, like get a couple year deal. I came out here and said, it's like he has to be looking multi years. Like I don't.
You said that, and he got a single year deal, man.
He did get paid for the single year. Like that was more money than they would have paid over multi years. Obviously, that's how that worked out to protect from his age if there's decline. That was the perfect way to do it if you're a team, right? It's like, okay, we want 1 year Bassett, they're gonna pay all this money. But like if you're going to get like Ponce was 10 million, right?
Yeah.
And Bassett's 18.5. Sure, we talk about team to spend, but sometimes it's nice to have the cheaper options to be able to get
And
you
over a
that
longer term, right?
again, like projections, how they all work out. It sucks, man. I Chris Bassett was legitimately the one of the nicest people I've ever met. Him and like when we would play Fortnite and he would yell at me when I'd go off on my own, like just one of the best ever. Was able to embrace the city, embrace being a Blue Jay, embrace being like part of Canada's team as 1A as they get. Like that's the blueprint if you're a new guy coming here, how to embrace the city and how to be a great Toronto Blue Jay. So
And yeah,
I will forever be thankful for what he did for us, helping to get people on, just being a cool guy, pitching great, pitching his dick off for like I didn't miss starts till the end of his career, right? Year 3.
yeah, last year.
So yeah, he just a Blue Jay, an awesome Blue Jay that I'll remember. No bad things I'll remember about Chris Bassett because there wasn't many. So thanks to Bassett. Tough to see him go. Sucks that he's in the division. Now we gotta hit some homers off him. Unfortunately,
Yeah, and I think, and I'll give a little tidbit for the people. I'm under the belief that he was not offered a contract from the Jays. There was no offer, nothing along those lines. And that's fine. I mean, 18.5. I'm happy our guy got paid, and I said in the tweet, Avery, I'm comfortable going out on a limb and saying this podcast is not as big without Chris Bassett.
nope. I'd agree.
Like, I mean, this is a guy who got us Gossman, Lauer. I mean, he's talked to guys in the locker room about how much he loves us, which obviously helps the street cred in terms of that locker room. He was with us after they won the ALCS. He was in the part. He was partying with us, and he's like, some of the guys are iffy with you being here. Just make sure you guys don't talk about this. Stay cool, whatever. And he's like, I vouched for you guys. That's a little story for the people. When we were at the ALCS Game 7 after they won, they had a party, and we got invited. We showed up, and Bassett immediately came up to us. He's like, listen, I told all the guys it's cool you guys are here, and you guys will obviously keep your mouth shut about like whatever. He's like, I vouch for you guys, so like don't fuck me, essentially what he said. He's an ultimate gate 14 guy, and I said it also. He is the perfect prototypical third mic on this show, unless he gets into coaching. Could you see Chris Bassitt getting into coaching? I could see it, man.
He's the most college pitching coach I've seen in my whole entire life. I had Mike Pelfrey as my pitching coach, who was like a big league guy. Bassitt is like college pitching coach as they come, so he can go play some golf, shorter season. Yeah, he screams college coach to me.
Yeah,
obviously a smart enough guy to be in a big league organization, but
the fire he has, man, I could see him being like evolving into a Pistol Pete Walker, like motherfucking umps and getting into that. So shout out Chris Bassitt, man. It's still so weird. I know we used to have pictures of him pitching in like an orange uniform or kind of an orange uniform with the Mets, but it's still gonna take a lot to get used to watching Seabass strap it up for the Baltimore Orioles, man. It's weird. It's so weird.
yeah, that's when it sucks when it's the business part of it. Everyone understands.
Yeah.
And everyone was talking him into coming back, and then right before Baltimore Oriole. But he had talked about that. Those were one of his destinations. So he's going to a good baseball team again. When he says he wants to win, I know these guys like on the tail ends of their career, yeah, they want to win. Who knows how much money they're getting from some of these other offers. So yeah, you're going to take the most money you get. You're lucky. You're happy that it's a team that's hopefully going to be good this year. But he went black glove with the Orioles. We saw him doing PFPs in camp.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Just
Sucks
weird.
for a guy who's
weird
great.
to see, but that's a guy who raises their floor. I mean, that's a rotation that is.
I still can't believe that
They didn't get a number one.
Well, why they didn't sign, or why they signed Eflin.
Yeah, but anyways, it raises their floor. This is a guy who can pitch, Chad innings eater, and that's a rotation that has not the greatest injury luck. With no guys that have thrown over 150 innings for that rotation. So it's going to be a very strange thing to see. But shout out Seabass. The next guy we talk about is the Loperfido one. We didn't do a live pod after that. I know you deep dove into Jesus Sanchez. We had the Pope last year. We have Jesus this year. What was your immediate reaction? Because I know Jesus Sanchez is kind of the data darling, right? In terms of, oh my God, breakout candidates. The past 3 years, he's been a breakout candidate, right? I've seen his name like thrown around in terms of trade targets, breakout candidates. What was your immediate reaction when you saw the return for Joey Loperfido?
I was kind of thrilled with the return, honestly. Like, kind of got him for free. Like like Joey's not gonna play. They have so many people in front of him, and the big calling card for him when he was coming up is, well, I remember that 1 week stretch when he was wherever they have their Sugarlands, their AAA, right, Houston, and they play in that Coast League where you can hit home runs at an outstanding rate. Like if you're playing AAA in that league, your power numbers are going to be boosted. And he hit so many home runs, and he came up. It's like, okay, this guy's going to hit for power. Hadn't really realized that much. Like just a solid baseball player, but it wasn't enough to be the everyday starter right now for the team where they were. Like it was good.
In win now mode.
Yeah, it's like you have people in front of him who hit the same way. So you take a chance, Jesus Sanchez, multiple times. You're right. Like data darling, he's kind of the same thing that we talked about Addison Barger. Like you have the skill set. Can you be the good player? He's had a ton of major league at bats. He's had some times where he's been a good major league player. Let's actually see if he can put it together. And to get that for Joey, I think that was a great move because of this.
It's just sad from the Houston standpoint. You're data dumping. You're not data. You're salary dumping a $6 million player, right? Like, just a strange move. But again, they have use for Joey Loperfido, and I will say, not a knock on Joey. He's our guy. He sent an awesome text message in our chat. He said, "I enjoyed studying abroad" after he got traded, which was awesome. But Joey Loperfido, the BABIP numbers were a concern, right? I mean, BABIP was insane.
The concern's not the right word I would use.
But okay, sorry, it wasn't. It was hard to repeat that, right?
Yeah, everyone would say that. I mean, just insane. Again, not that many at bats too. So it's like I like the move for a guy who's a year older than Joey, 2 years of team control. Let's see if we can make this thing work. Like he has hit right-handed pitching really well. Sometimes last year wasn't amazing. Started off the season with an oblique injury, kind of played through it. Wasn't
Yeah.
good when he got to Houston, I believe. Um, he ran the same weighted runs created plus against righties as Nathan Lucas did last year. So my thing is is he right now even that big of an upgrade over Nathan Lucas? I think no. Like Nathan Lucas right now fits the team
Power
better,
wise, I think he is.
better than Jesus Sanchez if Jesus Sanchez doesn't make any more strides.
Sure.
Right? Like they're the same type of player, wins above replacement wise, probably come about it in two totally different ways. Lucas, you can obviously trust against lefties way more than Sanchez. Sanchez hasn't come close to hitting a lefty well at all. So you have the thing that we talked about, Bargers. You're these things to dream on, and if they can put them together, there's a good player in there with the opportunity for some power, like some cheaper power that you
Which is
didn't
what you
play
need
for.
after the Santander injury.
After the Santander, I think it's a good flyer to take, man. I like the thing. Him and Vladdy buddies, like you put that together.
If
Keep
he's
some of
asked, honestly, even if he's asked, you're fine with dumping that, right? Like I think because you got Nathan Lucas right there, who I do not think I know many people are saying I just don't see a world Nathan Lucas gets dealt. Do you?
No, so he has an option. It would be I don't think they would do Nathan Lucas that way by sending him down at any point. Like
Yeah.
he full season of being a good major leaguer, what they needed from him after all this time in the minors with the Jays.
Yeah.
I don't think they would do him dirty like that. So
No.
you have him there as the backup option. Still a little crowded, but I do like how it kind of pushes everyone down. Like I think this is a really good team against right-handed pitching. I do think,
and that's majority of the league is right-handed pitching, right? Like,
yeah.
and then you also have the guys that are good against lefties too, right? I mean, yeah, Davis Schneider kind of struggled a little bit against lefties compared to righties, but
Well, they shelter him against right. Like
yeah,
I think his righty numbers are skewed because they put Davis in a great spot to be successful usually. So he gets the tough lefties because they were playing him against lefties. So
yeah,
I don't take too much from that where people say, oh, he should be playing against more righties because of the numbers from that super small sample size. He's there. They used him to hit lefties. I take that for what it is, sheltered against these tough high velo righties who are going to kind of get at him at the top of the zone.
yeah. That's a fair point. I just think I see a world here, man. I mean, I know David Popkins. I'm not going to go full like Roger show mode, but it's going to be fun to dream on what David Popkins can work on with Jesus Sanchez, right? Sometimes a new voice is better. And we saw that new voice with Addison Barger. Like people forget, man, 2024, Addison Barger was not a sexy bat, right? Like that was a guy that struggled, whiffed a lot, hitting the ball on the ground a weird amount, like just a strange profile from a guy who's supposed to be a power guy and worked with Pop. Pop probably said to him, listen, man, I want fucking long balls. I want long balls and better pitch selection. And he got better. I know Jesus Sanchez's problem is the pitch selection stuff.
Pretty piss poor approach.
But you could fix that though, because the swing is there. If you can fix someone's approach, I'd love to ask Pop, and maybe when we see him in spring, we can talk to him about it. Maybe off, like, I don't know. I'm not gonna have him on the pod again, but just to kind of see where it lies in terms of the Jesus Sanchez of the world, what he sees, what he can work on. And I think the pitch selection thing's probably the easiest thing.
Yep.
Like you're not switching anything really mechanic wise because the bat speed's there, the swing's there. I think that should be the big emphasis this spring for Sanchez is I want you to hunt a pitch every at bat this spring. And if you get that pitch, you swing at it. Don't focus on what the numbers are right now this spring. I think that's the best way to deal with Jesus Sanchez.
Jesus Sanchez, big, like low and in guy, loves pitches low and in.
And yeah, just hunt that pitch.
Just,
you know,
well, yeah. Sometimes you don't get it, but
sure.
Like low and in is kind of the thing.
Or maybe they work with him on outside pitches, right? Like I want you to hunt outside pitches this spring. See what the just I think
really good fastball hitter. We get to breaking and off speed, and there's a significant drop off right now.
Yeah.
And that would go into chasing, and that would go into your approach with how you're going after these at bats. it seems pretty put together as to what the issues are. Is he going to find a way to get them done? Like this is no more of a polished player than we were hoping for, but because we're spending more, you can take the 6 million and take that as a flyer instead of a league minimum flyer guy that these other teams would want. Like Astros were fine to dump this. They traded real assets for him, obviously at the trade deadline. So again, to just for Loperfido back, the Astros outfield looks funny right now. So I'm good with this deal, man. Let's something special happen here with Jesus Sanchez.
Let's see what happens, man. I mean, obviously, again, the potential's there, and it's something that's really hard to work on with big leaguers. Chase like swing speed. That's a lot of that's not like a lot of that is natural. Like
True.
you see
Yeah.
these guys go to drive line and chase that for an entire offseason. They chase swing speed. They chase that. He's naturally has awesome metrics in that regard. So we'll see what happens with Jesus
And
Sanchez. But
and you're right. Like that, the bat speed is the new thing that is projectable for all these people, right? Like
yeah,
average exit velo, bat speed. It's really an approach problem for Jesus Sanchez, and he kind of defend decently well. Like I know outs above average had him at -1 last year, but that's a good arm value. It'll be
so what did
fun.
you say the outfield was going to be against righties? I saw the tweet about it.
I said it would be good. It was from a bat, not so much from a
Sure, yeah, but
defense
what
side.
would be
But
the outfield against righties?
I would say you could do Sanchez, Varsho, Barger, like I'm penciling in my mind. Okamoto's playing every day.
Yeah, I think that's a lock.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like they're having. I don't have Addison Barger hitting lefties still. Like I know people are going to talk a little with that. That's the next leap for Barger to take to be this super valuable everyday player. Can he hit lefties? But from what we've seen, like he's not penciled in opening day for me to hit a lefty if they were going to face one. So I do think for right-handed pitching, yeah, that's what you could. Or Nathan Lucas is in there as well. So it's a little crowded with those three.
Yeah.
If Okamoto's going to be good to play third base, it's going to be crowded. But you'd rather have too many good players than putting in some bad
It sucks
ones,
for
right?
Nathan Lucas. Obviously, he sees that deal, and it kind of sucks for him because it takes away big league at bats for him. But I still think there is a use for Nathan Lucas on this ball
He
club.
could be the starter though. Like there's a chance Jesus Sanchez doesn't work,
Yeah,
and Nathan Lucas is in the same spot.
little competition in the spring. Never hurt anyone, you know. Little competition in the spring, but yeah, it was a strange, like caught me off guard a little bit with the Loperfido thing. Obviously, I mean, you kind of expect him to at least take a little bit of a leap with Anthony Santander. The playing time would grow a little bit for Loperfido, but I just think this front office, I'm not going to say sold high on him, but essentially kind of did, right? I mean, the numbers were pretty good last year. I know he struggled in AAA, Loperfido. I don't know if he had that great numbers in AAA, but that kind of sucks. Kind of sucks going back in there to AAA after you're with the big league team, and the AAA team sucked last year. So just a strange thing to see, but that's one of the storylines this spring. I think another storyline this spring, which we saw videos of it, Big Dick Ricky Tiedemann throwing a little bit. I think he walked Vladdy in that appearance. I don't know if you saw that live at bat they had there. But what do you expect of Ricky T? Is there any hot takes? Maybe like he's on the opening day roster, or just kind of play it see it how it goes, or where are you at with that?
I think there's no chance he's on the opening day roster. Too many bodies to make that happen, and they're still gonna watch his innings. Right? He's coming back from Tommy John. They're gonna have to watch his innings, and that's not the easiest way. Like for a player like Ricky Tiedemann, that's not easy to do in the major leagues. You don't.
Yeah.
That's usually not happening. So they said try and work him. I believe it was still as a starter through AAA, right? Like that's where we get this real valuable players if he can start games. And when you get Gosman gone next year, is like, is everyone going to bump up and Ricky T slides in as the next starter? Like that's where you want to have him. So they're going to work through starters earlier in the year, and then eventually end of the year they were saying maybe a bullpen guy if the rosters expand, or maybe earlier. So I have no hot takes for Ricky besides I want to see him in the big leagues and what he can do and stay healthy.
Because the arm's there, man. The talent's there.
It's part of being a professional is staying healthy. So I want full season of healthy Rick, and like I'll be full go torqued for 2027 if we get through this season healthy. We see a couple big league appearances and we're pumped on Ricky T. So I would love to be able to slide him into a starting role in
But to
2027.
be fair, Abe, I mean, not to go devil's advocate mode again, you said the same thing about Trey Savage, and that guy was in the show pitching meaningful innings by August, right? Like,
Oh,
you you
absolutely.
you have no idea with these guys, especially with the Jays when you're in win now mode. They're not hoarding prospects and letting them develop in
No.
AAA anymore. It's like, listen, if we have a use for you right now, we're fine stepping on toes, aka the Berrios thing, and putting you Savage in the mix. They're
That
fine
it,
with that.
yeah, so cool. I was just the Trey Savage stuff was like I hadn't seen anyone do that ever. So what am I gonna say? He needs to be in the big leagues right now. I was like,
Yeah.
I'd never seen that. I can't say that with a straight face.
And
I was
Ricky
like, okay.
Tiedemann is like 4 years younger than him, right? Or 3 years younger. Like he's Ricky Tiedemann's not the same age as Trey.
Oh, they'd be probably pretty close to the same
You
age.
think so?
Yeah, because
Let me search that.
Ricky would have been a JUCO guy.
Ricky
Um,
Tiedemann is '02.
and Savage in '03.
Okay, so a year. I guess that's not that much of it. I keep thinking that Ricky Tiedemann was a high school guy, but he wasn't, obviously.
You know,
Um,
he was 1 year, I think, a California JUCO, maybe two.
yeah. So, and again, that would be awesome for the develop, like to show the development of the Toronto Blue Jays, like the pitching development, because the hitting development's always been there, right? We like the David Schneiders of the world. Vladdy was a prospect. Bo was a prospect. It's
I wouldn't say it was always been there. There had been
sure.
more impact players that had come as hitters. Like I think
Yes.
as a team, it hadn't been that good for a little bit. Like the homegrown back. You had the three special ones, um, Biggio, Bichette, Vladdy, but other than that, it
Congrats
was
to
like,
Biggio, by the way.
yeah,
Going
him and
following
Lopes.
the. Imagine an outfield if he cracked the roster of Biggio and Joey Loperfido in the show
That'd be so awesome.
for the Houston Astros. Now that I would pay money to watch. That would be awesome stuff.
Yeah, so I think Ricky Tiedemann's big thing is can you make it through a full baseball season? Like that's what I want to see from Ricky. Arm talent's been there for years, so let's see if we can figure that out. But the other one, like Kazuma Okamoto's now in camp. I'm I'm as excited. I love having a Japanese player on the team. It adds such a fun wrinkle. Like these guys are the happiest, funniest guys that
Ever.
you get.
I've never seen like a mad or mean Japanese player
No,
in the major leagues.
they
They're
have
happy to be there and they rock. They all absolutely rock. I mean, him coming out yesterday and saying that quote like I'm very manly and very serious. And then just dying of laughter actually after the translator just said it out loud. It was just awesome stuff and the media was laughing. So that I tweeted I mentioned it today and that's a guy I am rooting so hard to be good because
yeah,
that would be an awesome fan favorite, Okamoto. Like you have the Japanese media now within the like following the organization around because Okamoto's a legend in Tokyo. You have all that type of stuff. And if he's successful, man, that just it raises like it makes the team significantly better because you're not missing Bo Bichette's bat as much, correct? Like
correct.
again, it's not a 145 WRC plus hitter, but if he gives you 120, 125, that's a pretty good addition to the bottom part of that lineup, man.
Yeah, yeah. 110 to 120 is the good season from him. Obviously, we would take more than that, but
And that would honestly get him rookie of the year votes, man. It really would. I know it's like he's 29 years old. Like that probably would get him some rookie of the year votes.
yeah, like they got him. Pretty much every projection system has him for 25 home runs
Oh my God.
in 130 games, like above league average slug, a good way to runs created plus. Like we have some 120 way to runs created plus. We got some 110s and then just mid 110s as well. Like that, I know that's where I would put him in for. Less than that, I'd be disappointed because it says a bat first guy who he was brought in as a first base, third base. So
Yeah.
that's somewhere where you think you can get power from.
Yeah.
And man, if he's just gonna hit pull side bombs like Isak Paredes and we have our own, I'm gonna take this any day of the week,
Take
man.
that. Take that. But speaking about some quotes in camp, we did have a Jose Barrios statement. It seems as if the people that were kind of leaking that he left were correct. He wasn't injured. He was like he just left before the World Series, and it seems like he talked to the team and told them like, listen, that's on me, kind of a chest tap, like I shouldn't have left you guys, and this could have got handled by both parties a little bit better. Accountability and listen, I know the fans aren't going to for a lot of the fans aren't going to forgive him, which I completely understand. But if the guys in that locker room understand and are completely forgiving and are okay with it, it's good enough for me, to be honest. You got to earn that respect from the teammates again. That's the tough part about it. And that's a guy who has been universally loved in that locker room is Jose Berrios. They call him the machine for a reason. So, kind of an awkward conversation to have in the locker room. Like, I'm sorry I left you guys for like the biggest series of your careers. A lot of you, except from obviously George Springer. But I do wonder how that conversation went. Like if he addressed the entire team as a whole in the clubhouse or what happened.
It would, whoever the leaders were, he probably had to talk. And it's a meeting with John Schneider and Ross probably too. Like you got to deal with the leaders of the clubhouse and then the leaders of the management team to make that happen. And John, the best way to get back in the good graces of everyone is not pitching like shit, is being a good pitcher for this team. Like this can all go away. He wasn't going to play for the team. So that's where I'm like, I don't care that much. Like it was helping the team, him not playing and not being there.
It made them better.
Yes, like at that point, with how things had gone last year, it doesn't rub me the wrong way because I'm not playing. But if you're there, and I don't know, maybe it was a distraction to some of the people, but I thought he was liked a lot. And the first time of some hardships to go away from that, he's probably not too happy about it. The team wasn't too happy about it. But the only way they can fix this, Jose, and it's very, very simple, is pitching really well this year. And then then it doesn't matter. And then we're back in a good spot. But if things don't go well, then this keeps being brought up. He's like, oh, is he a bad teammate? Which I don't think he made.
I don't think he is.
And I think he just made a
thing.
Bad
it's a pride thing, man. I mean, you start opening day that year. It's a strange situation, but at the end of the day, man, you kind of just got to suck up your pride and do what's best for the team. And Max Scherzer did it, who I have it on pretty good merit. He was pretty pissed off. He was left off the ALDS roster.
I heard the same thing.
Chris Bassitt was left off the ALDS roster. At the end of the day, those guys were still there. You know, those guys were still there. Those are veterans. Max Scherzer's won World Series. We left a World Series winner off the roster.
I watched those two throw 5 innings in an inter-squad game before the playoffs.
And
to
didn't
stay
Scherzer
ready.
get shelled a little bit too?
Yeah, I think Josh Rivera hit a tank off him.
Yes.
I remember that. I think he settled in okay, but like those guys were there to prepare and be ready. So but has it come out that like could he have thrown? Like why? Because they said it wasn't injured, but he said he was rehabbing back at home, so he must have still been kind of hurt.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know, but he said he pretty much emphasized that he wanted to be with his family. That's like the main thing. Yeah, I again, we have to learn how to love Jose Berrios again. He was awesome at the first half of last year. He wasn't really the rocket man first half 2025, and then kind of just turned into that. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Berrios does, and his role became pretty important after that news dump we had last week with the Toronto Blue Jays staff, Shane Bieber being down. Jose Berrios now is kind of your 4.
Yeah,
right. I mean, and then Ponce 5. I don't know how long Shane Bieber will be out, but I'm going to pretty much just say he's going to be done for the entire first month. I don't think that's really a hot take. He's not even throwing right now.
Yeah, start him late. And I don't like it's a forearm issue. I mean, that all goes together with your elbow coming off Tommy John. So hopefully we'll get some good news from Shane at some point. But like I'm not penciling him in for anything right now. Like I think we got our 6 guys with Eric Lauer being the stretch man, and it does make sense, and it sucks that we come on here and talk for months on end, be like, oh, could you move Berrios? And we just don't know what's going on behind the scenes because it would be pretty silly to not have Jose Berrios right now, knowing all the injury things that
and I don't
happen.
think you get that crazy of a return for him anyways. You would be selling insanely low.
You would be eating money and then dumping him for mid assets at this point.
We'll see how Berrios does, man. I mean, again, I don't want to hold too much weight into spring training stats. I mean, Dick Lovelady was pretty good in the spring last year, and so was Jacob Barnes, and they ended up being the worst pitchers ever. But if Berrios, the biggest thing with Jose Berrios is the velo. If the velo's there in the
Yes.
spring, what's your ideal velo for? I know you don't want to ramp it up 100% in the spring, but what is your ideal velocity you want to see Jose Berrios at? 94, 95?
Yeah, I mean, we weren't touching many of those last year.
He was 91, I believe, at certain points of last year.
So we lost a full 1.2 miles an hour
Wow.
on the fastball. So it's like,
Wow.
yeah, we need to be averaging 94 something. Like 94.5, I'd be like in a perfect world, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's the main thing. If Jose Barrios
And he's
is
had
not,
some off time, Abe. It's not like he's
yeah,
had some off time, right?
it's not going to be good if he's let's see what the sinker is, because they might just be taking four seamers for the average. Let's find all of these pitches. Yeah, sinker 92.2, and the sinker the year before was 93.4. The sinker the year before that 93.8. So that's 2 years where we've lost a mile and a half on the sinker as the pitch that he throws the most. So big big issue on that year before 93.9. So yeah, let's get the sinker back into the 93s as the average. He's not throwing too many four seamers, so I know that's what they put on Fangraphs to list that. But yeah, we got to be touching some 95s. But
I mean, that's
at
not
least an
asking
average
the world. I
93.
mean, that's asking a lot, though. To be fair, like that's a pretty big bump in velo, right?
But it wouldn't be a bump to something he's never done before.
Yeah, true.
It's not like we're
True.
asking for 100. We're not
Yeah.
asking for 98.
And I'm not going to say he's can replicate a Chris Bassitt 25 season, but if we get a Chris Bassitt 2025 season from Jose Barrios, we're in a pretty fine spot, honestly, because you're not asking him to be that dog that he was for you previously, the number one, number two guy. You're asking him to be a number four, right? You're not asking him to be the dog of the rotation. So, and you do need him, man. With the Trey Savage limited innings, kind of like managing his workload, and the Cody Ponce, you don't know what you're going to get out of him. He does become a pretty important guy in that rotation. So we're going to see what happens for La Machina. I don't know if I asked you this last podcast, but I'd love, because it's spring training week now, we're going to be there. Who's your top five guys you're going to be watching this spring eyes locked on screen, guys are going to be paying the most attention to?
It's
And you
it's
want
all the new guys. That's a pretty easy cop out because who
I throw
not
Berrios in there, man. I really would.
absolutely. It's not none of the minor leaguers like Shrek maybe, but I don't see any of these minor league guys who we had in AAA last year making the leap or trying to make this happen. Maybe it's a bullpen thing, but the bullpen's crowded too. Like I think most of these roster spots are pretty much 100% accounted for. So it's like, how is this bullpen going to play out? Bastardo, Spencer Miles, or is a Rule 5 guy going to break camp with the team? But other than that, it's like pretty much all accounted for. So the easy cop out answer is the new guys and returners. Barrios by far, he's the question marks we need to see from him.
Yeah.
And maybe like a Jimmy Garcia. Let's see where his arm's at. He's known for blowing the load a little early. Like I think
Bassett talks about that with us, right? He said Jimmy's like throwing 98 first week of spring.
I think the reporters would say that too. It's like he's throwing 100% all the times. Maybe, and he's been hurt the last 2 years, so maybe we took the offseason a little different for.
But maybe he's also a guy that doesn't know 80%.
That's clearly he does not.
Yeah.
Clearly he does not. So I'll be looking at that too. But like Ricky, I'm interested in. Let's see where he's at. Like the first televised Ricky Tiedemann outing of spring is going to be scenes. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, the walk stuff, the velo stuff from Ricky T. It's going to be interesting. Because this is the first spring we've really went into where it's an expectation now to win the division. It's an expectation now to make the playoffs. It's an expectation now to go as far as you can in the playoffs, right? Like last year we went in and we're like, fuck it, let's win a playoff game this year. You know, let's make a wild card and win a singular playoff game. you know? And it's going to be, again, it's going to be different. We'll see what happens. We're going to have to see what happens. And it's relying on a lot of these guys. Um, I know people talk about the Okamoto stuff where he's becoming important now. It's a question mark. I'm fairly confident in Okamoto. I don't know. This might be a Gate 14 Awards take of the year, but I'm kind of confident on Kazuma Okamoto.
I'm there with you. Like
Older guy, has had success at high levels. I don't think he's as much of a question mark as people think. I really don't.
the projections say he wouldn't be a question mark, and I don't think
Yeah.
we're getting too much question marks from anything. Like this is a professional player for a decade. Like he's been doing this for a long time. He's done it on the world stage too. Like this is a guy who's been there. I think he's a pretty safe bet. The question marks come on the defensive side of the ball.
Yes.
And is he going to be good enough?
But how
Because
long, Avery, have we been asking, fuck defense, let's have some pop. You know, like we
yeah, we're pretty great up the middle, like pretty fantastic up the middle.
I mean, dude, that first crisp Ernie Jimenez double play, we saw it in the World Series. It was special. It
Yeah,
was it was it was very special to watch. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Speaking of up the middle, man, have you been watching these videos of Bo playing third?
he's getting an unfair.
I know well, it's easy impression farming from people, right? I
Yeah,
mean, they showed the video of him backstepping with a new glove, and the ball was popping out. It wasn't even a ball, actually. It was like one of those rubber ball type of thing.
yeah,
Um, but I will be not a Bo hater, but I will be monitoring the situation at Citi
good.
Field at third
Yes,
base. I will be monitoring it and seeing where we're at as
it
Bo Nation.
it needs to be monitored for sure. He changed gloves too. He went like David Wright style. We were talking about that.
AP5.
Yeah, we were the new webbing in the glove too. I will also be monitoring the situation and I don't want to hate. I don't want to hate. There's it. There's no reason for me to hate. He plays for the Mets. Like there's
Yeah.
no. But yeah, I mean, if he's
Just
a,
monitor it. That's all. We're just asking to. We need as a nation
we
to
will be checking in. Yes, I agree,
monitor
John.
the Bo Bichette situation and go from there. Again, the first error he makes, that video will probably go nuclear on
He
Twitter.
he is guaranteed, John, to have a hilarious spring training error that
Oh,
is going to haunt
Yankee
him.
fans will be feasting on that.
Yeah,
Feasting.
he will have one hilarious spring training error that will be brought around everywhere. I won't share it. I will.
I will not retweet. You have our word. There will be no retweet, no sharing. Maybe a quote tweet of "Oh no." I that
But it's like in some world, he goes to second base at some point, and they
Well, Simeon's there, right? So he'll be gone soon. I'm assuming Simeon. I don't know how many years he has left. One, two. I don't know how many years Simeon has left. But yeah, the Bo Bichette situation will be monitored, and just kind of take it from there. I think he'll be okay. I think third base is a little bit easier than short. The balls get hit harder, that's for sure.
they do.
They call it the hot corner for a reason. But we watched Vladdy, who has never played third for like 2 years, get thrown over there. Like people forget. We had Vladdy playing third last year a little bit.
We did have that.
That rocked. Didn't he
He
have an
lo-
awesome play in the hole?
he made a couple of okay plays. The
Yeah.
arm is so good. It sucks that it's wasted at first base because his arm's fantastic.
Vladdy at third, I mean, was special. Was very, very special when it was a prospect and his velo was like 92 across the diamond. And he was also raking. But yeah, he's our little first baseman now, which is fair. Uh,
Yep.
we had a funny tweet actually and Instagram picture of the Vladdy before and after. And I want to preface this by saying we are Vladimir Guerrero Jr. guys.
Yes.
A crazy tweet though. Like, especially knowing the internet, and I'm assuming his trainer isn't quite familiar with the internet and just the trolls. Posting that created a new meme of the Alex Jones before and after. And everything with a toothpick change everything toothpick changes everything type of meme. But that was an all-time post. Then immediately comments turned off on the Instagram.
Yeah.
Immediate.
Yeah. It was a funny one. Him wearing Blue Jays underwear in it too was just so good. Just classic. Just always wearing the team gear. But
Yes. Yeah. So
yeah. Yeah, it was a photo. It was a post. It was good, but
a toothpick changes everything.
yeah,
That's really what that was. But Shout out
I
Vladdy. I think
mean,
he's gonna have a monster.
the haters are gonna use that photo.
Oh, they were eating good on that one, Abe. They were the haters were eating very good with that
Ridiculous.
post. It was a hilarious post. But I did, and the thing that I also had on our talking points was the Major League Baseball broadcast featuring the strike zone box. So I'll read the full quote. It remains up to the individual broadcast to determine whether and how to present the zone. The only change is that MLB is now requesting broadcast booths to no longer differentiate the circle in the box depending on whether the pitch is a ball or a strike. So, in other words, some broadcasts would show a
Yeah.
fill-in circle on the zone if the pitch was a strike and a hollow circle if it was a ball. MLB is asking its broadcast partners to do one or the other, but not both.
Okay.
So they're kind of saving the umpire's ass here.
Yeah. A little. I'm. I was team take the strike zone off the screen.
Take it off. Let's get
I like it.
Let's get crazy, Sportsnet. Let's get insane.
Yeah,
Let's
I
take
like
the
it
thing
off. But they also were talking about the ABS system. They're changing the strike zone too.
It's more of an oval,
Yes.
right?
It's
This
man,
is going to be a disaster for the first little bit, Abe.
it is. And my favorite thing about the ABS system, I've brought this up before. Who's going to be able to challenge? Like who is the strategist in the back room who's going to tell you when you're allowed to be and when you shouldn't be allowed to be challenging, like when it's important, when it's not? Chris Sale came out and said, "I will not be challenging ever."
Yep.
Like, yeah, Chris Bassitt, we had talked to him. He's like, my head moves too much at some points to tell what's a ball and a strike. After I throw, everything can look like a strike to these guys. Yeah. So are you going to have the ego to take your strike out on a close pitch to give a guy another chance in a more opportune spot for your team? Like, I think there'll be charts as to when to use the challenge and when not to. And some certain players maybe not be allowed to use it.
Kirk has full reign, I think. I think Alejandro Kirk is clear cut. Whatever you want, big dog, you get. You challenge it, you don't challenge it. That's where. Do you think this will cause a lot of? I'm not going to say disdain, but if you have a catcher that doesn't challenge for you and it's a strike, and you go into that dugout after and you look on the machine on the tablet and it's a strike, are you kind of, what the fuck, bro?
No, you just say, I'm saving it for later. Save it for later.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's a good spin zone to take. But I just think it would be objectively funny if you get a little catcher pitcher yelling match in the dugout. Like, that should have been fucking challenged, man. You should have challenged that shit. It'll be funny too. Like, you get a 2-2 call, borderline on the block. It is a strike. Catcher's in challenge. Next pitch, a home run. You're affecting pitcher's stats a little bit there too, Avery.
True. Yeah. Throw a better pitch. Put it more in the zone. But there's just no way in my mind can I imagine Vladimir Guerrero Jr. not challenging every single call he thinks is wrong.
You gonna put a muzzle on him?
It's like, Vladdy, stop.
Hannibal Lecter have his hands tied after every pitch and we can't tap his helmet?
It'll be like 3-point percentage. It's like, hey, Vlad, once you go under this percentage, correct, we're banning you. Like, you're done, dude. We can't do this anymore.
It's like the boy who cried wolf. You know, it's like, you kind of ruined it for us, man. I mean, now you're kind of fucked. You know,
it's a very fun wrinkle. I just because people in those front offices, some of the data guys are going to be deep into ABS. Be interesting to see what like the rates and barrels guys are going to have a great report like a month and a half into the season about the ABS and like tell you when you should challenge and when you shouldn't. So very, very much looking forward to how they're going to play that out.
Yeah. See what happens. Let's go to some listener questions. I mean, that's pretty much all of it to talk about. I mean, we're at the strange point of spring training until I want to say, when's the first game? Thursday when we get there, or Friday? Might be Friday.
I think it's maybe
or Saturday. Yeah, Saturday, whatever. Where you don't know if you should be happy a guy's having success in the box or on the mound or angry about it. You know, it's like,
I've learned to just take nothing from spring training.
And again, PSA, I'll retweet my tweet that I did. Spring training stats don't mean fucking anything. Okay, I thought Alan Rodin was the greatest thing since sliced bread. I thought we had our own Roman Anthony, and he had a 60 weighted runs created plus in the season.
Yeah.
So take it with a grain of salt, folks. Just the metrics you should be looking at.
Springer's King wants to know how our Valentine's days were.
Great.
I
Great
overcooked it.
Valentine's Day.
I bought a fucking expensive steak. I overcooked it. It was
Really?
bad.
That sucks. You
Dude,
can't
I
overcook salmon. I made
just
salmon.
no, I was a worthless human feeling after that, just
And
overcooking.
did she eat it and was she like, oh yeah, no, it's actually not that bad.
No, I knew she cut the middle. I'm like, fuck me. I ruined this. I didn't have great tools here. I'm more of a grill guy, so doing it in
Yeah.
the apartment's not so easy, but I had the meat thermometer and I was not checking as much as I should have. So that was on me. I'm gonna have to make it up to her in a big way. But
Yeah.
we canceled our dinner plans on Friday, which was the best move ever. So I was pumped about that. But
Yeah.
good day. Some Game of Thrones. Got her back in that. What is our favorite part about watching Canada hockey?
I just think being able to root for a super team, again, like I know we talk Dodgers, is so sick. Like anytime someone has the puck, you're like, oh yeah, that guy has 30 tucks in the NHL, or that guy's like a 90-point player, Stanley Cup champion, Conn Smythe winner. It's pretty cool, man. Pretty awesome.
I think it's really funny when you like get mad watching Mark Stone skate because the team's so good.
And
Like
he looks like he's the slowest human ever because he has McDavid and stuff. Like
because he's got cement bricks on his feet, but it's
so
just
like rooting for a super team is the best. It's so
I said it. Like I don't watch a ton of hockey anymore. So I'm certainly not watching West Coast hockey. Seeing Celebrini play and
oh my god.
like stepping up at this level has been fun to watch. Like I know we get to watch great hockey, but still getting to project years down the road of watching like Cale Makar and
Yeah.
Nate McKinnon and all these great guys.
Yeah.
I really do like it. Got to end up in gold. Got to end up in
Have
gold.
to win the gold.
I know I won't even say this. He's asked over under how many errors Bo makes at third this year. I can't do that because it's
I
going
don't
to
know
be.
what even a high number is.
No, we're going for 0 errors this year for Bo. We want
Yeah.
it to be 0.
0.
Who will be the Dick Lovelady, Alan Roden of the 2026 team?
I hate to put this on him, but Spencer Miles.
Yeah, it's like if it doesn't work out and he just gets returned.
Yeah. Spencer Miles is our dick.
Yep. Is learning the difference between recipient and nominee on Johnny's 2026 vision
I
board.
swear to God, it meant recipient. Like the award recipients, I thought.
Well, recipient means you've won it. The nominees are the.
Yeah,
I didn't,
again,
I didn't
know what
hear
it
you
meant.
say that. Like I would have said something to you, but it just didn't.
Yeah, it's as much on me as it is on Avery. Avery could have
Oh, you're
corrected
putting
this
it on
quick.
me.
Avery could have corrected that pretty quickly.
Yeah, because I don't think I said that.
Sure.
So I'll take the blame for that. Don't.
Fair. That's again doing the right thing when no one's watching. But yeah, I fucked up. But thank you to everyone that joined in on that. That was awesome. We had Ben Schulman, which was unbelievable. First kind of thing with Gate 14. Shout out Ben. Told an awesome Buck Martinez story. And then Earn Dog is a legend. We might be doing again. The gold medal game is so early in the day where I don't think we could do this. But Ernie did say he did mention to me Canada USA live stream if there's a final. But
he definitely had
think,
no idea what time the game was at.
Yeah, which was a cool thing for Ernie Clement to text. But yeah.
Who's going to be the MVP of the spring training vlog? It's Curtis Widener.
I mean, that's pretty clear. He's like he's the Blue Jays dad of the trip. Unlimited awards.
If Chad Green was Team Canada's goalie, could they still win gold?
Yes.
Which Dodger will get booed the most when they come to town?
I think Kyle Tucker.
Yeah, remember they did that to Ohtani and then he hit that moon ball?
Yeah, I don't fear Kyle Tucker on this even remotely close as I fear Ohtani. So I'm fine with our fan base booing him. I'll say that.
A Louis Varland walk-in song or Jordan Romano house intro if you were
Jordan
a believer.
Romano was
I love
that was goated.
People hated it. I really liked that one.
Yeah, that was goated.
Did the completely unbiased replies change your opinion on Nick Suzuki's game today?
No. I mean, dude,
I saw the amount of replies. I just because we were talking about Nick. Again, I don't watch hockey that much, and it was just like, oh, Nick Suzuki. Because it was the first game when I bet Nathan McKinnon to score a goal, and Nick Suzuki got the penalty, so he was on my shit list for that. But I don't notice the players.
175 replies under that tweet.
That's so good.
Stick to baseball.
Yeah, you deserve
shut the
that
fuck
one.
up, man. I just asked the question. I said, "Am I overreacting?" They're like, "Yeah, you don't know hockey." Okay, and the thing is, it was like Suzuki lover 88, Caulfield lover, Habs fan. Like it was all biased people. And again, I respect them protecting the shield. I do the same thing for the Blue Jays. So I get again, there's no ill will against the province of Quebec. But yeah, there is they came at me pretty hard. But they have no Olympians, so on the Team Canada hockey team. So they should maybe stay offline and worry about
They have no
fielding a player.
Olympians, but
Yeah.
Nick
What?
Suzuki.
Yeah, they should worry about stay off the line and maybe produce a player on the Team Canada team. Go from there. Worry about that.
Any backup infield options you're interested in that aren't Leo Jimenez?
Who's that one guy that was an A ball that was really good? That Cutter Coffee? No.
He plays third.
Who was that guy that True RGM was in love with?
No, that was Jay Harry. Jay Harry plays outfield. I
Oh,
think.
there
Or
was
maybe
one
some
guy who Gage Stanifer told us is the nastiest fielder he's ever seen.
Oh, that's Cutter Coffee.
Cutter Coffee?
Yeah, he won't be. He won't be like big league. But
He'll be in minor league camp, but I feel like that's an option.
I think he's just like a good baseball player. So I'm excited to see how his career turns out.
Yeah.
Kasevich to me is the one that like kind of interested in after a crazy injury season last
It's kind
year.
of a big spring for Arjun too,
Springing, I wouldn't say so much.
but a big season. Took a massive step back last year, right?
The way the scouting people talk about him, they didn't see it that way.
But he got dropped in a lot, like a lot of prospect
Sure,
rankings.
sure, you get an influx of other players in, and
Yeah.
that changes it up. But the way like Baseball America guys were talking about him, they weren't as down as maybe some of the other publications.
Fair.
Yeah, people wanted some puck. That was the most hockey talk we'll get. If you could change one more thing on the Jays before opening day, what would it be? I don't know, maybe someone else to hit lefties
Yeah.
that plays middle.
Like a 30-plus home run bat.
That would be a nice ad.
I would change that. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Do you guys think a guy like Panongo could break camp?
No, man. I'm done with this Panongo talk, brother.
Well, if there's like DH at bats to be had, they're talking like he's the worst fielder to ever play the sport.
I wouldn't be. I mean, yeah. But the thing is, man, I think this organization has a pretty good understanding on who to keep and who not to keep. And Panongo not being protected and also not being picked in the Rule 5 draft, like a team taking a chance on him, is pretty telling on how good this guy is, right? And that's not really a knock on him. I'm tired. He's our new if man. He's our Justin Herbert.
Well, he can hit a little bit. It's not. People are excited about some of the stuff, but the full baseball player, like he's not going to DH for this team.
Yeah.
So it's like, can he provide value in the outfield? And the consensus is no on that. So
yeah.
Again, if he just hits like crazy, it'd be interesting to see. But let's see him do it again in AAA because he signed as a minor league free agent, right? Like after all that happened.
Yeah.
Loperfido or Sanchez, who's having the better season, it's going to be totally dependent on how many at bats they each have.
Yeah.
To do that,
I think Sanchez will obviously have better power numbers.
I think Sanchez will probably have the better season.
Yeah.
I do think so. Which Blue Jay would have the best chance at becoming an Olympian in a winter sport?
It's hard not to go Ernie, man. That guy's a freak athlete.
It's like who could be in the middle of a 2-man or in a 4-man bobsled? Like someone who's really
Ernie
strong.
Light, he's light and strong. I mean, Springer's pretty strong too, though.
That's a good one. I was
Yeah.
thinking like Vlad in there. Got some decent wheels.
Pretty fast.
All right, I think that's it. All of these ones that have come in, I haven't liked to. Oh, will Eloy hit more spring training home runs than Joey Votto?
I would hope so.
Okay.
I will be tweeting that Eloy first spring training home run video if it does happen 1 trillion times.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was so fucking good on the White Sox. Like,
yeah, for that little bit.
that 1 year he had with the White Sox was crazy.
Okay, this is Ben clearing up his weather question from last week. You remember that one?
Yes.
He said, I had a buddy tell me the percentage means the percentage of the area you're in that it rains, not just how likely it is to rain at that time.
Okay.
That
Sure.
I have seen that as well. Oh, this is a really good one, actually. Which major leaguer or Blue Jays player wouldn't Let me start this again. Which Blue Jays player would make you not shocked if it comes out that they forgot to pay their taxes?
Uh, it's a great question. Just didn't pay taxes. The old answer would have been probably Genesis Cabrera. Um,
His fucking taxes are worn on his neck, brother.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. I really don't know who would be.
All right, we'll try and figure that out for next
Yeah,
week.
I don't got an answer for you, to
I
be
know. I
honest.
mean they're making a lot of money. They got to
Oh,
pay tax. They're
yeah,
trying to get after them.
for sure.
They're
IRS
try-
is on their or CRA. But yeah, so that's it for the pod. I mean, next time we'll talk to you guys, man, do we have some cool shit planned this spring that I think the one thing we have, Avery, you know what I'm talking about, it's happening on Friday, is going to break the internet when that video drops.
That's going to be cool. I'm really excited for that
Yeah,
because
and
it's
I also
different.
have some interviews. I have some interviews lined up. A couple of them I can tease, I guess. A couple of them are some new guys, some newcomers on the team. I'll leave it at that.
Yep.
But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. We have I guess we can tease though that we'll be doing a podcast at the facility, outside of the facility. It's pretty
Okay.
cool,
Yeah.
like in the fields or whatever. So that'll be cool. With the field backdrop, but we got some cool stuff planned. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be an awesome spring. I cannot wait to get down there. This time next week, we'll be coming at you live with hopefully a Keegan pod. I think the Sunday night pod will be the Keegan one.
That would be awesome.
Uh,
The people love that one, and Keegs is the best.
yeah. So author of the year. So we'll go from there. And yeah, man, I still can't believe it. I can't believe it's here. I can't believe the next time we'll be talking to you guys will be from beautiful Dunedin. And we'll talk to you guys when we talk to you. Thank you all. Make sure you watch the Gate 14 Awards video if you haven't. We're like 400 views away from breaking the Gate 14 Awards record in views standpoint. So let's take it from there and let's ride. And thank you guys for the support. We got a big trip planned, and stay tuned for some awesome content coming out. So we'll talk to you guys next week. Love you guys. Like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Gate 14 forever. And we'll see you when we see you. Gate 14 forever.